Well, hello, Maddie. What are you doing here?
All right, folks, they're here. Come on in.
Hello, Reverend, Jessica, Josie.
So what is this anyway, a convention?
You bet it is. You told fools how.
Please, Miss Wiggum. We come here as a committee, representing the Christian Society of Sunnyvale.
Well, we don't want any.
And then again, maybe we do. What's on your mind, Reverend?
Our mission is motivated by neighborly altruism and the spirit of brotherly love. I've always felt
If you
that...
want to talk to Jeff, you'll have to get over on his side of the house. I can't have his conversation trespassing all over my property.
As I was saying,
You have always felt.
yes. I have always felt that beneath this deplorable wall of bitterness and silence which you two brothers have erected between you, there must exist a deep bond of repressed affection, a warm fire which is being smothered by foolish pride. It is only because you two are ashamed and reluctant
I'm
to make...
sorry, Reverend, but I can't show any partiality. You're talking across the line again.
As I was saying, it's only
I
because
told you I don't want any. If somebody else wants to listen, that's their business, but I don't want any brotherly love over here.
Oh, calm down, will you? I'm sorry, Reverend, but you won't get any place talking nice to these brothers. No, we came here to talk, and you're gonna listen, line or no line. Yeah.
Really, Miss Wiggum, that's hardly the proper attitude for the Christian society.
Maybe not, but it's proper attitude for these hard-headed hermits. Now, this foolishness between you two has gone on long enough, and we're getting sick of it. Just look at you, two grown men living here together, and you haven't spoken to each other for 10 years. Not because you're mad about something that happened so long ago. Can't remember what it was. Y'all both be spanked and sent to bed without any supper. And look at the result. It's about time somebody started to mind it for you.
Now, let us not descend to petty bickering. We only come here as friends with the earnest desire to broaden and enrich your lives.
Enrich them with what?
Why? With comradeship, of course. Just think, instead of living out your days here in bitterness and silence, how comforting it would be to go about your mutual tasks as companions. How pleasant it would be to just sit here during the long evenings and just talk to each other.
What did we talk about?
Why? Things.
What things?
Well, anything. Just for the joy of conversation. It unburdens the soul.
Well, mine don't need no unburdening. Besides, it appears to me people talk too much anyhow. I like it quiet.
Oh, quit being so obstinate. It's a wonder you two haven't got plumb daffy living up here together. It's disgraceful.
It's a disgrace to this whole town.
It's a blot on the Sunnyvale Christian Society.
I'm glad to hear it.
You might as well, Father. We might as well just let them sit up here and rot, Reverend. They aren't worth wasting time on.
No time.
But, my friends, can't you see this whole business is basically unwholesome, contrary to the dictates of civilization? It's not natural for them to live in an atmosphere of enmity.
It's all in getting used to it.
But come now, be honest. During all these years, haven't you felt a genuine urge to break this barrier of silence? To actually speak to your brother?
Well, Reverend, I gotta admit, I've been tempted pretty strong once or twice.
There, I knew it. Why didn't you yield to that urge and speak?
Well, I knew it wouldn't do any good. He wouldn't have paid any attention to what I wanted to say.
Of course he would. Wouldn't you, Joe? He would have been glad to meet you halfway. Now, what was it you wanted to say to him?
Well, you see, sometimes Judd snores like a thrashing machine. And more than once, it's been all I could do to keep from hollering at him to turn over.
Wow. That's a blasted lie. Me snore? If I did, he'd never hear it. That ornery horn toad almost brings down the rafters each night with his own snoring.
See, Reverend, it wouldn't do any good to talk to him. He's just plumb mean all the way through.
Some people are just plain hypocrites. I put up with plenty around here without you people trying to drag a peace conference into it.
My friends, please, just forget your grievances.
What do you think of a man who sweeps his garbage and potato peels into another man's house?
And what do you think of a man who leaves all his windows open when I'm in bed with a cold?
Now, I don't expect you to come to a decision immediately. Just think it over.
You'll never get me to speak to a man who fixes a splash pan under his side of the roof so it leaks all over my floor.
Please, you must think this over quietly.
I'll never speak to a man who only takes a bath once a month.
Well, that's oftener than some people I know.
Gentlemen, please, just cast aside your grudges and just sleep over this matter of reconciliation.
You can't sleep in this house. It's worse than a sawmill with all the snoring going on.
It makes you sick. Just the way
I'll come back again in the morning.
some people stink up the house cooking messes of sauerkraut.
And I'd like to throttle the polecat who sits up late at night and reads just so the light will shine in my eyes.
And some buzzards set their alarm clocks for all hours just for the fun of it, because they know I can't go back to sleep again once I wake up.
You old fools!
Come in.
I'm sorry to bother you, but I'm having a little car trouble. Could I use your telephone?
We haven't got a telephone.
Wouldn't you know it? Well, could I borrow a flashlight then?
We haven't got a flashlight.
Well, I'm out of luck. There doesn't happen to be a garage nearby, does there?
There's one in Sunnyvale. It's 5 miles.
It's 4 3/4 miles.
It's still too far to walk. I don't suppose either one of you knows anything about automobiles, do you?
Well,
He doesn't know anything about them.
Do you?
Well, I fixed a puncture once.
I'm afraid that won't help. This is something about a fuse or something. I missed the detour and got rambling down this country road. Well, then I hit a terrible bump and my lights went out. Don't you think it's the fuse?
sounds like it.
Must be.
It's black as pitch out. I managed to drive this far to crawl. Well, then I saw your house. But it's just impossible to go on over these roads without any lights. What do you think I should do? It smells like something's burning. Oh, I'm interrupting your dinner. I'm so sorry. But isn't that nice? You each help with the cooking. How quaint. It smells good. What is it?
Sauerkraut.
Spare ribs. My, such beautiful teamwork. I wonder if it would put you out too much if, well, could you possibly, you see, I've been driving all day and I only had a sandwich for lunch. Would there be enough for me too?
Huh?
Oh, I'd expect to pay for dinner, of course.
Well,
Oh, I didn't mean to intrude. Perhaps you two men have some important business to discuss during dinner.
no. It's just that, I don't think you'd like the cooking.
Oh, now you're just being modest. I know I'll love it. I've always been crazy about real country cooking. Haven't you enough?
Well, I expect I got a spare rib or so.
Is the sauerkraut done? It smells grand. I'll set the table, shall I?
Wait a minute, ma'am.
Yes, I suppose the two of us can do it better. If you'll just grab the other one. There, that's fine. And I'll just use these plates, shall I? And where are your knives and forks?
Do you keep them on the other side?
Oh, yes. Here they are. I don't suppose you want to bother with platters. Just bring the spare ribs over in the pan, and will you bring the sauerkraut when you come? Well, aren't you two going to sit down? Things will get cold. There now. Shall I serve?
Wait a minute.
What's the matter?
Oh, nothing. I just don't like that plate, that's all.
Oh. Were they dirty?
In a way. I just like these better.
Of course. I suppose you have your favorite things. They say people get used to certain things, and, well, after a while, they're just used to them, I guess. Don't you think so?
Hold on, I don't want any sauerkraut.
You don't. It's very good for you. Don't you like it?
No.
But you can't eat just proteins. It gives you scurvy or something, and all your teeth fall out. Have just a little bit.
His teeth are falling out already.
Are you sure? I hate to say I told you so.
Whoa, ma'am, I don't want any spare ribs.
You don't. Just look how nice they are.
No, thanks.
But you need meat for strength.
It'll take more of me to make him strong.
Oh, you two are a pair. You must have a jolly time here together. Well, you know I rather envy you. Men can have such a good time together. I suppose you're very old friends, aren't you? Oh, by the way, what are your names? Isn't that silly? We forgot to introduce ourselves. I'm Captain Phillips.
I'm Jeff Harris.
I'm Judd Harris.
Oh, then you're brothers. Oh, that is nice. It's always nice to see relations getting along together. They so seldom do. But then it's like they say, you can pick your friends, but your relations are just born.
Who said that?
Why, it's Shakespeare.
He knew what he was talking about.
He should. They say he was a very brilliant man. But of course, that's only hearsay. These spare ribs are delicious. Did you raise them yourselves?
Well, I guess you'd call it that. I keep a few pigs.
Oh, that's right. They do come from pigs, don't they? Somehow I don't like to think of that. And do you raise your own sauerkraut too, Mr. Harris?
Yes, would you mind passing the bread, ma'am?
Of course. You know, it must be thrilling to live out here, independent and self-supporting, resting your living from Mother Earth. Do you know what I mean? It's all so basic, so fundamental, so genuine. They say that's what's wrong with the country nowadays. People aren't fundamental anymore. It's all very distressing. I'm making quite a study of it in my work.
Your work?
Sort of a social worker.
Well, what's that?
Well, I'm not really a social worker exactly. I'm making sort of an independent survey on the conditions of the Ozarks. I believe I'm going to write a book about it.
About what?
Oh, conditions. But I am really surprised. Well, after all I've heard about them, they don't seem to be at all bad. In fact, all the towns I've visited seem to be quite civilized. Although you do have some trouble getting hot water in the hotels, but then... Oh, won't you have some more sauerkraut, Mr. Harris?
I told you I don't want any sauerkraut.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot your teeth. Well, it was all very delicious. And I can't tell you how much I've enjoyed listening to you, gentlemen. I'm sure I've learned a great deal about the Ozarks firsthand. Oh, and now if you'll just tell me how much... Oh, but my car. Oh, I'd forgotten. I can't drive it. The lights. Oh, what am I going to do?
You could try driving slow, maybe.
I ought to try. It's just impossible on these dark roads.
Well, maybe there's a moon out by now.
If anything, it's darker than before. Is it very late?
Yep, near 9 o'clock.
Well, I suppose
have to spend the night here.
What?
Well, I mean, there doesn't seem to be any other way out. Don't you have a spare bedroom or something you can rent me?
There ain't any other room.
I just hate to be so much trouble. But there's really nothing else I can do, is there? It might be a trifle unconventional, but,
What?
well, these beds are a little small for 2 people. But in an emergency,
Man!
I do hate taking advantage of your hospitality this way. I know you two will be a little cramped, but you men really won't mind sleeping in one bed. Just for tonight, will you?
You want me to sleep with him?
Oh, it's awfully nice of you. I don't suppose it matters which side I take, does it?
No.
I don't want you to go to any trouble. I'm sure this will do very nicely. And I don't see why there's any reason why it should be embarrassing to you. After all, we are civilized people. Oh, but still. Oh, this is just the thing. There now. That makes everything proper. Well, you don't mind if I go to bed now, do you? Or did you want me to help with the dishes first? I'm really rather tired after driving all day. Well, good night, Mr. Harris. Both of you.
No.
What is it?
Well,
Yes.
I just thought it might be a good idea if I slept in your car to see that no one took it or something.
Why, that's perfectly silly. Nobody's going to steal it. It's locked. Besides, you'd freeze out there. Now you just stop worrying about me and go to bed.
Well, I'm not very tired, so...
Well, I am. Good night. Although, I suppose I really would sleep better if I knew you two are going to be comfortable. Let's see if you really can fit in that bed.
Oh, hold on.
We'll be all right.
Oh, I know, but I want to see. Now, get in there. Go on. Now you go. And now both of you just relax. Well, that's not going to be bad at all, is it? Oh, are you boys awake? I hope you slept as well as I did. I must say this Ozark air has something. Well, I hate to sleep and run, so to speak, but I really should get an early start. I'll have to stop by the garage and get that fuse or whatever it was fixed. I can't take a chance on getting stranded again. I might not be as lucky as I was last night.
Maybe not.
I was lucky to find out too, wasn't I? I can't tell you how much I've enjoyed your hospitality. You've been so accommodating. And people told me that Ozark natives resented intrusions. Isn't that silly? Well, I really must be getting along. Or did you want me to help with the dishes first?
No.
But I'm going to leave $2 here for my board and lodging. That's enough, isn't it? Goodbye, Mr. Harris. Goodbye, Mr. Harris. I don't know when I've spent tonight in such congenial company. Oh, I do envy you. The peace and quiet with your life and nature. Well, if you're ever in St. Louis, be sure to stop in for a visit. Goodbye.
She was kind of pretty, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was. I think she kind of liked us.
She sort of acted that way, didn't she?
You think it was the fuse
Fuse?
on her car?
Oh, might have been.
You know, this sauerkraut really ain't bad.
Neither was your spare rib.
Seems kind of funny, doesn't it? Talking, I mean.
Yeah, kinda nice too.
Yeah. I wonder why we never did it before.
I guess we just never had nothing to talk about.
Yeah. Though I do think this chalk one was kind of silly, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Don't suppose we'll be needing any more.
Nope. It's good to be friends.
Reverend say was coming back again this morning?
That's right. You wanted us to sleep over, making up. Won't he be surprised?
He'll be plumb flabbergasted.
And you know, I wouldn't be surprised if he was just the least bit disappointed too.
Disappointed? Why?
Well, these righteous people are funny critters sometimes. Of course, they like to see people reform, but if there's reforming going on, they like to feel responsible for it.
So you're saying he might feel kind of double-crossed if he comes and finds out we sort of made up behind his back?
More or less,
Well, seems kind of a shame, doesn't it?
kinda, but
I get it.
sure, ain't no use in cheating the Reverend out of his fun.
What are you Christian like?
So when he comes,
We'll go right on like we were before,
pretending we're still mad at one another,
and we'll let him preach to us,
and then we'll give in and make up.
but not right away.
No, we'll let him preach to us for a good spell. Besides, he makes mighty fine speeches when he gets wound up.
I expect he sat up half the night thinking up a good sales talk on brotherly love.
So when he comes, suppose we be on our own side cleaning up the dishes.
We're fixing breakfast. We haven't had any breakfast yet.
By golly, that's right. So we'll be fixing breakfast then. So when he comes,
Should we have eggs?
doesn't make any difference.
Said we gotta go out to the hen house and get some if we want any.
Well, never mind the eggs then. We'll have flapjacks.
Well, they give me a stomach ache.
Aw, that's just your imagination. Flapjacks never hurt anybody.
They hurt me.
They wouldn't if you wouldn't think about it.
What do you know? It's my stomach, ain't it?
Well, I'm just saying that if you can eat spare ribs, you can certainly eat flapjacks.
What's wrong with my spare ribs?
I wasn't saying anything was the matter with your spare ribs. I was just saying that if you can eat them, you can eat flapjacks.
Well, I can't. There's no use in your being stubborn about it.
I'm not being stubborn. You're the one. I'm just trying to show you what's logical, but you won't listen.
No, I'm listening, but it ain't logical. Just because you think something's right doesn't make it right.
And just because you think something's wrong doesn't make it wrong either. Facts are facts. I don't care whether you agree with me or not. It's just the principle of the thing.
What is?
What we're arguing about.
I ain't arguing. It's just that you refuse to be reasonable. That's what got us mad that other time.
You were the one who refused to be reasonable that time. I was perfectly willing to see both sides of the question, but you were so set on selling that cow.
I did not. You wanted to sell her, and you knew plumb well we needed her too.
Of course I knew it. That's why I didn't want you to sell her. But no, you wanted to buy one of those newfangled automatic churns. What good would a churn do us without a cow?
We didn't buy a churn, did we? You sent away for that mail order catalog. You wanted to buy one of them fancy pumps for the cistern.
That's a dang lie. You know perfectly well we didn't buy any pump.
Yeah, 'cause you spent all the money betting on the trotting races at the county fair.
I did not. We didn't have any money anyhow, because we never did sell her. She took her distemper and died that winter.
She did not. She died of cholera.
Oh, what's the use of arguing with an old fool like you anyhow? You'd stand up there all day hollering that black was white, just to be contrary.
Who are you calling an old fool, you old fool? Just 'cause you're contrary, you think everybody else is. If you had half a brain, there might be some sense in trying to talk to you.
And maybe if someone around here had half a brain, I might listen to him.
Ugh, I must have been crazy to be broad-minded and try to speak to an old buzzard like you.
You, broad-minded, you know plumb well, you didn't have the nerve to speak about it. I did.
You know dang well I stepped across this line first.
Yeah, with a woman pushing you. It was me who was big and spoke about it first.
We can speak less as far as I'm concerned. From now on, I won't be listening.
Fine, put your old spare ribs and dirty dishes back where they belong, and stay with them.
Well, don't think I won't.
Ah, good morning, my friends. Have you slept on the thoughts on which I left with you?
Yes, and we don't want any.
Scene change, and then we're on to the next one.